Imagine we are writing something that after 200 years it will be most important thing. So Mary Shelley did the same thing. In that time they didn't expect like monsters or robot or science or electricity will develop this much, but Mary Shelley did that thing, and her novel is still very famous just because of her creativeness, her imagination. um, okay, so today, mm, so there are lots of tabs, so
No,
okay, okay,
unnecessary one.
yeah. Mm,
Keep class tab open.
class tab. My slide is visible now. Okay.
You have opened, then share that tab.
Okay, sir. Okay. Still not visible. Hmm?
Windows black window open છે open with Google Slides.
Somebody. Okay.
Hmm.
Is it visible now? I'm so just a minute. Present.
And you have to click share this tab. The Google Slide has opened on your laptop.
So now,
We are seeing the classroom only. We are seeing the
share
classroom
this tab
screen
instead.
where your slide is open. Now, yes.
Okay. So I'm so sorry. My topic for today is changes in movie adaptation of Frankenstein 1994 and why those changes are necessary. So this is the banner of the movie. This is my information. I'm Dhvani Rajiguru. My roll number is 4. Before I go to the changes of the movie adaptation, introduction of very small introduction of the novel. Frankenstein or the Modern Prometheus is a famous novel that is written in 1818 by the English author Mary Shelley. She wrote this novel at the age of only 18. The first edition was published in London on January 1818 when she was only 20. She imagined this novel when she was only 18. Her name appeared in the second edition, which is published in Paris in 1821. And she named this novel because of getting inspired from Frankenstein Castle in Germany. The genre of the novel is Gothic literature. Now, Frankenstein movie 1994. This is a science fiction horror film made on her novel. The movie is directed by Kenneth Branagh. It is considered as the most faithful film adaptation of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And cast of the movie, director Kenneth Branagh, who also played the protagonist, the hero's role, Victor. Then Robert De Niro as the monster, he played the role of monster. And then these are the minor characters of the movie, the cast. Narrative style of the movie. This film construction accelerated montage permeates the whole narrative along with the soundtrack and frontal planes of the characters' faces, especially the monsters, which is defined the tone of the film in the generation generated the violent drama. Then the another thing about the movie, that narrative technique. Frankenstein films brought to a fitch pitch the dark and stormy nights, the lightning bolts, and the carnal houses of spare body parts. I have also mentioned the video for what I am saying about the narrative technique. So net is slow. My video is visible. Uh, Sound. Okay, so you can. Okay, so this way you can see that. Can you? Yeah. So whenever I switch to my blog, my slide is visible. Is it now? Okay. So this way, as I said, that the stormy nights, the lightning bolts, the Charner House of spare of body parts. So this narrative technique influence audience a lot. Then one of the most striking moment of the narrative style is when Victor Frankenstein and his creation they meet in the ice mountain in the Geneva. Now, a narration of creature. This role is very justified by Robert, and when he left when Victor left him, and he said that when he go to the village and family don't see, there is a one old man, he don't see him just because he is blind, and he become his friends. So this shows that beauty is not important but the inner soul is. And he is very thoughtful. Yes, I speak, I read, I think, know the ways of man, he says. So these things are saying that he is alone, he knows the human relations but still he is alone. This is Robert De Niro as Victor. And in the JSTOR article, James AW says that the creature consists entirely of natural body part so that he can closer to an actual human being. Now I'm shifting to the major changes and minor changes of the novel. So some are minor changes in the movie that is different from the novel, which I have observed that Elizabeth didn't come in the Victor's laboratory in the novel, but she came in the movie. Monster brought wood for the Lacey family. In the movie he don't do this, but he digging vegetables for the Lacey family. And monster leads to the death of Baron Frankenstein in movie, while in novel Baron Frankenstein died due to attack due to shock. So these are minor changes. And now the major changes of the movie. There are three major changes in the movie, and why these are necessary. First is Elizabeth's death. In the novel, the Elizabeth's death is very described very briefly, but in the movie that is described when monster promised Victor that if you deny me my wedding night, I shall be with you on yours. He come to the when to Elizabeth and Victor were together. He came there, he ripped the heart from the Elizabeth's heart, and then he knocks her onto the floor. So this change is very important because audience get shocked, audience get very afraid, frightened from the violence. So this is the one change. The another is a creation of female monster. Sir, I added video on this slide from my laptop, but it's not working. Mm. Yeah, so the second is creation of female monster. That is another major change in the novel. Monster ask Frankenstein for recreation, and then Victor denies. But in the movie, when monster ask him here and he takes heart of the Elizabeth, then Victor goes there and reanimate Elizabeth. Why? Because he wants her. So they both wants Elizabeth, but in the movie he took Justine's body as Elizabeth's body is destroyed. So why this change is here very important? Because in the novel it was just fine, it was not necessary here, but in the movie it shows that when Elizabeth died, Victor was was emotional, he wanted her. So whether she is ugly, when he made her she is ugly, but still he wants her. So he didn't go with the outer look. But then why he always ignored his creation? Because he doesn't have attachment with the monster. So this change is very important. And the another is end of the monster. So the monster goes to the northern place in the novel, but in the movie he dies with his father. And this says that whether he is ugly or he is beautiful, or he destroyed so many people of Victor's family, but he still consider Victor as his father. So these are my resources. And I will conclude myself with the movie's last dialogue. When Captain Robert Walton asks, "Who are you?" the creation replied that he never gave me a name. Then, another question, Captain Robert Walton asked that, "Why do you weep then?" And then he said, "He was my father." Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, Dhwani. According to you, which feature is more attractive, movie or novel?
I guess
I guess movie is more attractive than novel, because it's first of all it has some changes and it is short too, so it is not that much boring. So movie.
uh, there is a camera rolling is very important part in movie, that what you would like to change in movie, that no, this is this rolling is better than we can better than on your perspective.
Uh, so I felt like in the movie the scenes are going, some scenes are going in a very fast way. Like first, we don't get that what is happening there. So this kind of changes they can make it in a slow way. They make it in a slower position. So that change I do.